Okay, so I am just jumping on here actually just to finish up what I didn't finish up last night. I totally forgot about this. There's some things I want to read to you um, that I got reminded of on the hot call on Monday. But life be lifing. So, sometimes my brain's here and sometimes it's somewhere else, and I get pulled different directions on what my routine has changed. Everything has changed. I don't know about you. Has your routine changed? Are you one of the people? Comment below. Hashtag live, hashtag replay. Comment. Are you the people that has to have things done like every day? It's consecutive, it's a routine. You got your routine down, you got your flow down, you're going, and that's the way it is. Or are you the girl that goes, wow, whatever. What am I doing today? I have no idea. Which one are you? The one that has a routine down and you're on a schedule, or the one that says, wow, I have no schedule. What's happening? I'll go anywhere, do anything. You know, put that in the comments below. Girl number one who has a routine, or girl number two. Put number one or number two. Okay. So I'd like to remind myself at the end of the day to do my six most important lists. However, I don't get it all done. But what I do is I do a brain dump. If this can help you, I do a brain dump, and I dump all the things out of my brain that I know I need to get done the next couple days or this week or whatever. I just dump it out. And then I go back and I can see what it is that I need to do. And then I can check it off or get it done. However, I'm a check off kind of person. I don't know why, but I check it off the list of things to get done. So I know that it's done. Okay. So anyway, I forgot a couple things yesterday. And the training that I did about being a finisher, I'm going to look for my notes. I have them here somewhere. Being a finisher, and win in June, win June, win in June, how to win in June and how to be a finisher. That's what I trained on last night from the training that I have received in the last 2 days. But I'm going to talk today about let's before I read to you about being a champion, I'm going to go back. Being a finisher, there were some questions. You know, I'm not the type of person that will not finish something. I like to finish. I don't know about you, but I like to finish. I'm not one to start things if I don't think I can finish. I'll think about it and come back to it and do it. I played on a team softball team from the time I could. I learned how to skate when I was 2. Uh, and I can still skate today. I haven't done it lately, but I can pull up my rollerblades, put them on, and skate. But I was on a softball team, even into my adult years, till I was 25, I was on a softball team. And we played, of course, Little League for kids. My dad was my coach sometimes, and my mom was my coach sometimes, just depending. My sister was a year older, and so sometimes dad would be coaching this one, and sometimes, we were together at the same time. I don't know. But what I know is my dad, the memories of my dad. He passed away when he was 44, hardening of the arteries. So he didn't live a long life. But when he was coaching us, he put me at third base. And I was pitchers also. But when I was at third base, he used to take at batting, he would hit us the ball. So we practiced the ground. I don't know if you guys know about softball. And he would hit it so hard to me. And if it was coming too fast, I'd have fear and I would turn my head and I would get hit because I took my eye off the ball. He would do it again and again and again until I quit turning my head. I got tired of getting hit with the ball. So you learn to stay focused. And that's the same thing like June. I'm bringing this up because it's the same thing like June. Focus on your goal. Don't keep turning your head and looking to the left, to the right, to over here, and do it here and there. Focus on the goal. Focus on your goal. What goal did you set July 1st? What goal did you set December 31st, January 1st? What goal did you set June 1st to accomplish this year, because we end June 30th for this whole last year, and everything counts for June 30th. July 1st, everybody starts at 0, and we continue. Start all over, all over. So my quarter sales starts all over. And I don't even know how much I got in, 46, 47,000, 48. I don't even know. I don't really care. But all the goals in June 30th. So are you a finisher? Do you finish your goal, or do you keep turning your head, veering to the things and letting the enemy get into your head to get you off track, to keep you busy? That's what it is. He gets you busy to get you off track of what God told you to do. Just hear me on this. So there's some questions that my girlfriend sent me, Georgia. Thank you. She sent me some questions that I was supposed to ask you last night. However, I didn't ask you. I didn't see it. Excuse me. I just got done eating lunch. Now I'm choking. Okay. These are questions. I think it's for the next, we have 13 days left, I think, of the seminar year. But this is for every day for 7 days. And my package just arrived with my tumbler. I'm so excited. My pink tumbler. If you haven't done a 700 and got your tumbler, girl, you need to do it. I do like this one that Bridget gave me. I've been using it faithfully. But I can't wait for my Mary Kay tumbler, because you know why? It's going to be eye-opener. When I carry that around, people are going to look at it going like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? It is a conversation starter. Okay. So anyway, usually I give him some water, but I'm not there today. Day number 1, which was June 17th, which was yesterday. So it starts yesterday, but you can start today. Day 1. What would it mean for me? Questions to ask yourself. What would it mean for me to personally, professionally, and spiritually to finish strong by June 30th? That's a question. Ask yourself. You can write these questions down. You can go back and re-listen and write them. These are questions from a leadership call that you weren't on. And I wasn't on because we were doing our Tuesday night. Okay, day number 2. What distractions keep pulling my attention away from what truly matters? I was just talking about that. Okay. Day number 3. These are questions you need to ask yourself. You can ask them one at a time, or you can ask them all at one time and just write the answers. So day number 3 was, whose race have I been watching more than running my own? We always watch what other people are doing, and we go, oh, well, I don't have that, and that's why she's doing that. And I don't have that. That's why she's doing that. I'm watching her run a race, and she's winning, and I'm not. And so then you beat yourself up. Okay. How can I refocus? Run your own race. What I do in my business is not the same thing that you're going to do, or Georgia, or Karen, or Susie, or Melissa, or Lois. It's not the same. We run our race separately. Your race is separate. You should be in competition with yourself to beat your best for yourself. If this is your first year in, then you're setting a record for your best. And so next year, you're going to beat your best that you did this year in June. Okay. So how can you refocus? Refocus. Take a minute out, pray a little bit, talk to God, and get refocused to get back to running your own race. Ask God what he wants you to do. Day 4, what is one small but powerful decision I can make today that brings me closer to my goal? One decision, one little thing. It only takes one little thing consistently every single day to hit your goal. I didn't get this many customers by being inconsistent. I didn't get the quarter sales by being inconsistent. Consistency is the key. And I've talked about it before, but consistency is the key. You have to be consistent. even when you don't feel like it. Like my schedule's been all over the place. And so right now, this is considered part of my Mary Kay work right now. And I'm going to do a group home tonight. I get to do a group home tonight. That's my work. I might follow up with some customers in between here and there before I pick up June, and that'll be work. But I didn't start working Mary Kay at 8 o'clock this morning or at 9 o'clock. I did make a delivery. That's considered work, a delivery. But I didn't start working, in our head. I talked about last night. We think we're working Mary Kay all the time because we're thinking about what to do, but we're really not working it. Be consistent in the work. And what powerful decision I can make today that brings me closer to my goal. Day 5. How does my body respond when I move with intention? How does your body, when you're confident and you're moving with intention, how does your body respond? It's like, yes, you can do this. Or is it like, oh no, what movement did I do today? What movement did you do today? I went to the gym. You know why? Because when you exercise, it doesn't have to be lifting weights. It doesn't have to be running a mile. It doesn't have to be all that. When you exercise a little bit, it gets your brain going. It helps with hormones. It helps with your body. It helps get moving. Okay. So what movement did you do today? What did you create for the movement you're doing in your business? Just like exercising. What did you do? Number day 6, what limiting belief have I been carrying that I'm ready to release? Limiting belief. Oh, you're never going to do that. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not like her. I don't dress like her. I can't be that nice. What limiting belief you need to release? Get ready to release it. I mean, release it, because God made us all fearfully and wonderfully made us. Okay. Day number 7, how have I invested myself this week? How have you invested yourself in your business this week? Think about it. Don't count the times when you were thinking about doing something. Count the times when you really physically did something, made phone calls, did a face, delivery, customer orders. Think about that. And write down how you invested yourself this week. What did you do? How will I celebrate my progress? How are you going to celebrate your progress for investing in yourself? If you do this stuff consistently, day in, day out, week in, week out, you will achieve your goals. You will achieve your dreams. You will achieve financial goals. You will make money. You will get more customers, because it's all in the activity that you do consistently. And what you tell yourself, you're going to believe. If you tell yourself you're not going to sell anything and you're not going to do this and nobody wants to buy, that's what you're going to get. Whenever, like right now, I don't have a lot of bookings on my date book and I need to get to booking. But I tell myself, I'm a booking machine. Everybody wants to book with me. And that's what I keep telling myself. I'm a booking machine. Everybody wants to book with me. And I pick up the phone and I start making calls. Changes my whole attitude on how I'm feeling about my business and how I know that I'm powerful enough to book people. I don't cower down. But I, even myself, have to tell myself that. So I know that you do, because I've been in almost 25 years. And sometimes we are our worst enemy for the brain, for the thoughts that we tell ourselves. So I'm going to end with this. So what are you telling yourself? Take those questions, re-listen to this, write them down. This is from Sean Key, and I would say he did this speech in May, and he's no longer with Mary Kay, but he was the bomb diggity. Loved me some Sean Key. He was so funny. He was so smart, so brilliant. He just had his own way of doing stuff for us staff. and he was on the Bahamas cruise in 2019, and I haven't seen him since. But the whole point is, he was around Mary Kay for a long time. He started as doing boxes for the products. And so anyway, so that's neither here nor there. But anyway, Sean Key is amazing. Okay, so this is what he said. This is about having a champion mindset. I'm going to end with this. I hope somebody's watching me. I have not a clue if somebody's watching. But anyway, it's May. I mean, I don't even know if anybody besides Melissa knows Sean Key. Melissa in Georgia. Karen doesn't know Sean Key. And none of the other ones ever went anywhere to see Sean Key. Oh, he was bomb. Okay, it's May. Can you believe it? Believe we're fewer than 60 days away from the completion of our biggest and best seminar ever. I absolutely love this time of year because this is when character is revealed. Perseverance and resiliency are tested. Attitudes are formed, victories are won, and queens are crowned. This is when we find out who makes promises and who keeps promises. This is what I like to call the championship season. Championship season. During championship season, the called, the committed, the courageous, and the convicted will take their energy and efforts to new heights. Records will be set and broken. Belief barriers will be raised, and those who are contributing to the miracles that are happening at this very moment will be forever changed. Lessons of what works and what does not work will permanently ingrained into the head of the risk takers. Many will be working to finish a goal, while others will be working to get a head start towards next year's goal. Remember I said, I'm going to take a break here. I said yesterday, set yourself up for a great July. Whatever you do this month is going to set yourself up for a great July, which is going to set yourself up for a great December. Okay. This is when the champions bring their game to the business, regardless of what has happened in the months before. It's peak performance time, and independent beauty consultants and independent sales directors are re-energized by hope, pride, purpose, and the unconditional love and support you provide. This is Mary Kay at its best. I've studied champions for many years, and I want to share 10 qualities that I found to be consistent among them. Champions know the rules of the game, and they're willing to play better than they've ever played before. Number one. Number two, champions believe the risk of victory is worth more than the disappointment of failure. Champions have champion mentors. Champions know there's nothing more powerful than a winning attitude. Champions are motivated by their dream, but are made by their routine. 6, champions focus on maximizing their strengths, not protecting their weaknesses. 7, champions have unquestionable integrity. 8, champions are extra milers. They don't just do enough to get by, they do the and then some. Must have missed one here. Okay. And the last one is champions never give up. I'd like to elaborate a little further on a couple of points. Take number 1, for instance. The victory is won in their head and heart before the work is done. Over the years, I've seen many sales directors miss a goal simply because they never believed they could achieve it. These sales directors all had the right things to others, but they hadn't convinced themselves that they deserved the victory, or they simply weren't willing to put forth the effort needed to achieve the goal. Did you hear that? Doesn't matter if you're sales directors, or I could say beauty consultants. These beauty consultants said all the right things to others, but hadn't convinced themselves that they deserved the victory, or they simply weren't willing to put forth the effort needed to achieve the goal. On the other hand, when a sales director or beauty consultant has made a non-negotiable decision that she's going to achieve a goal, not only does she feel it in her heart, she demonstrates her passion for success in everything she does. Someone once said, when the passion is big enough, the facts don't matter. Those are the words of a true champion. Champions have champion mentors. A champion mentor is the only person who can stretch an average dream into a great one. Mary Kay Ash was our champion mentor, and she breathed belief into champions for nearly 40 years. Do you remember the shy, meek, scared young woman who broke through her fears and became a top independent national sales director? What about the one who was just looking for a few extra dollars to supplement her family's income and now is a Mary Kay multimillionaire? Finally, do you recall the one who wasn't sure if her check for the showcase would clear? She got off to a less than powerful start, but now enjoys the lifestyle of the rich and famous. I could go on for days about the uncommon champions that have been nurtured through the love and support of our champion mentor, Mary Kay Ash. Now more than ever, you're the champion mentor that your sales directors and beauty consultants turn to for encouragement and leadership. It's your breath that breathes hope and belief into their dreams. You never know when a phone call or a postcard is going to make a difference between someone deciding to take a chance rather than giving up. Which brings me to the next point. Champions never give up. I think this is number 10. Champions never give up. Champions are champions because they try, they keep going, and they finish. At Career Conference, Independent Senior National Sales Director Wanda Dalby talked about 3 types of people: the climber, the camper, and the quitter. The climber, the camper, and the quitter. The climber is a find a way, make a way kind of leader who refuses to give in or give up until the victory is won. The camper is a starter, but not a finisher. She's interested in sameness, not success. The camper is so busy protecting what she has, she misses out on countless opportunities to have more. The quitter, well, that's self-explanatory. Of all the champions I know, I've never known any of them to be happy with the status quo or to give up before accomplishing their goal. In these last few weeks of the seminar year, I want to remind you of a question we'll ask ourselves over and over again for the rest of our lives. What would Mary Kay do? The question is often asked when we're facing a crisis in an ethical decision, but I think it's appropriate to ask also when we're facing the decision of stretching for a personal goal or helping a team, unit, or area achieve a goal. So let me say that again. What would Mary Kay do? The question is often asked when we're facing a crisis or an ethical decision, everyday life. But then I think it's appropriate to ask also when we're facing the decision of stretching for a personal goal or helping a team, unit, or an area achieve a goal. What would Mary Kay Ash do? I think Mary Kay would weigh the costs, time away from family, the emotional and physical commitment required to do the work, consider the rewards, a walk across stage, a diamond ring or B, or the satisfaction of accomplishing the goal. Engage the family in the decision. It's not success if you lose your family in the process. Consult with someone who's already achieved the success. It's the winners, not the whiners. Who can you help achieve excellence? Work like everything depended on her and pray like everything depended on God. Have a magnificent May, and I'll see you at seminar. Sean Key said it magnificently. He was amazing, along with Gary Jinks and all the rest of them that we used to have, but we don't have anymore. But so I want you to think about what I said. It all comes down to a championship season, a finisher, a win in June. Are you a quitter, a climber, or a camper? What are you? Put it in the chat. Hashtag quitter, climber, or camper. Are you giving up? I mean, it even says in here, he even told us to, engage the family in the decision. It's not success if you lose your family in the process. Engage your family if you have family. Engage them in your goal. Engage your customers in your goal. Your customers will help you. And you know what? Georgia and I were talking this morning, and she goes, well, you said, and I did say, if you were to get one new customer a week, 52 weeks out of the year, only do 50. You'd have 50 new customers by this time next year. One. And then do it again for another year. You'd have 100 customers. It's not that hard to find one customer. I'm not asking you to do 100 this week or by the end of June, just one or two. We've got how many weeks left? We got 13 days. You can get two new customers by the end of June. Share the career opportunity with people. I posted in here I posted about the event that's coming up, the vision casting event coming up for directors and consultants. I posted it. Hold on, I think I saved the flyer on my phone. Hold on. It's a vision workshop. Get ready to kick off the new seminar year at the vision workshop. And you get special recognition for everyone who completes 30 faces in May or June, and 15 career chats sharing the love with the faces. So you get special recognition. It is Monday, July 7th, and it is early in the morning for consultants. It's like at 6 in the morning. But you know what? I'm on the hot call at 6 a.m., but the directors are at 7 right after. And they're going to go through Nehemiah is what they're going to the Andy Stanley's book, Visionary. I've read it. And so that's what they're basing it on, to vision cast for you guys. So you can cast a vision. You can see what your goal will be for the next year and go towards that goal. So it's up to you what you do with your business. I'm just here to mentor you. I'm just here to tell you what works for me, may not work for you, just to show you the way so you can tie in and you can be successful. Don't tell yourself you're not if you're a quitter. Don't tell yourself you're not successful and then quit. And if you're a camper, you need to be a climber. Don't be, a lot of people are just want to stay right where they are and not do anything. Well, that's fine. So anyway, well, that's all I want to say. You guys, I got things to do, and yeah, I got things to do. So I will see you later. Just make sure to comment in the comments. I can't tell if anybody's on because Facebook doesn't tell me if anybody's on, but I hope somebody's watching. I hope somebody's going to comment, and I am going to make this a YouTube link and share it in an email to the unit. Okay, let me stop the recording here.